4 lines, Mitch, please.
Eh, can you scroll down a little, teacher?
Yes, of course. Where it
Please.
says a few, a little.
A few countable nouns means some. There have been a few scandals in the papers recently. A little uncountable nouns means some. They say that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Few countable nouns means not many. Richard has few interests outside work. Little uncountable nouns means not much. The police have little information about the robbery.
As you can see, a few is used in affirmative sentences with a few scandals, like some, right? Significantly more than few. And countable nouns with few means not many. Richard
Mhm.
has few interests. So it's very different to say a few than saying few. Actually, let's read the watch out section, Mickey, please. Can you?
Yes, sure. Watch out. The phrase only a few means not many. The phrase only a little means not much. There are only a few programs on TV that I like watching. There's only a little sugar left, so get some when you go out.
Very good. Excellent. So now let's read number A, letter A. I'm sorry. Letter A, please. Let's do letter A. And we're
Mhm.
going to put it here. Okay, let me put it here. I'm going to put it here. Okay, here we go. Let's do exercise. Let's read the instructions first, please. And then we do exercise 1.
Yes. Circle the correct word or phrase. I
Okay,
love
number
this time in evening. In evening?
in the evening,
The evening?
because it's a part of the day. So we identify the evening. Yes, I love this time in the evening.
When the sun is going down. Oh,
Right.
okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Let's do number 2, Mitch.
People play cricket in South Africa, Australia, and Sri Lanka.
Perfect. Yes. People.
Is it's Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka. Yes. Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Sri.
Sri Lanka. Yes. Sri Lanka.
How can I pronounce that?
Sri Lanka, just as it sounds. Not Shri, not with SH, but with SRI. Sri and not Shri.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka and not Shri. Sri Lanka is not right. Just Sri. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka.
Sri
Sri.
Lanka.
Yes.
Sri.
Yeah, exactly. Sri Lanka. Okay, let's do number 3, please.
It's too far to walk, so I think I'll catch the bus.
I'll catch the bus. Perfect. Number 4.
Um, Jenny had to go home from school because she had a headache.
Perfect. She had a headache. Perfect. Very good. Let's do number 5, Mickey, please.
The robber was sent to the prison.
To prison is in general, when we speak in general, we don't put the article the, except if it is very specific. For example, the prison of Alcatraz. Of
Ah,
Alcatraz.
okay, okay,
In
okay,
that case, is the, but otherwise, is without the.
okay, okay.
Let's do number 6, Mitch, please.
Um, my cousin works as a waiter in a cafe near where we live.
Excellent. Perfect. My cousin works as a waiter in a cafe near where we live. Um, The underground, number seven.
The underground doesn't run this late, so we'll have to take a taxi.
A taxi, perfect. How to take a taxi. Very good. Okay. Number eight.
Eh, I like to listen to music in my free time.
Perfect. Very good. Number nine.
Yes, teacher. Just wait me a little bit.
Of
My
course.
computer is. How can I say descargando?
I'm charging.
On charging. Yeah, just wait me 1 second.
Okay.
And how about your day, teacher?
Yeah, I was telling Mickey that it was good at the end. A bit heavy in the morning because I was coming from Leon, but I forgot the computer, so they had to bring
Oh,
it to me to the close to the airport. I was already close to the airport, and they brought me the computer.
wow.
So it was great, but it was great that they brought it to me. But it's terrible that I forgot it, and I just made it on time, getting starting class at 7 at Colegio Alpa. I made it. I made it on time, but barely. Just almost 7 o'clock
Oh,
sharp. But it was stressful. But other than that, it was okay. It was okay.
I
Thank you.
understand that feeling.
Yeah, yeah. When you forget something and then you are rushing, so it's a lot of stress.
Hmm.
It's a lot of
I'm back,
stress.
teacher. Sorry.
Okay, great. That's okay. That's okay, Mickey. Well, let's do number nine, please.
Hmm. My favorite subject at school is chemistry.
Chemistry. Right, chemistry. Chemistry. Number 10.
Uh, Jazz music appeared in America in the 1920s.
1920s. In the 1920s. The 1920s. Very good, guys. Excellent work. As you can see, sometimes we use the, sometimes we don't use it. In general, when we speak in general, like school is chemistry, my favorite class is chemistry. But when we're specific, then we say the. Let's do
Yeah.
more examples, more exercises to practice. So exercise B, I'm gonna reduce the key print screen. Here we are. And let's just go ahead and do section B. Who can read the instructions of section B, please?
Me, teacher.
Okay, please.
Choose the correct answer. If no word is needed, choose B. Oh, I didn't tell you. We've got a new English teacher.
We've got an English teacher, so it's A. A.
A.
Yes, perfect. Good. Yeah, let me just reduce the font a bit. Is I'll put 16. Okay. A. The second one, Mitch, please.
Uh, Here's the DVD you asked to borrow.
Perfect. Yes, that is right. Letter number three, Mickey.
Yes, teacher. We are out of the coffee.
Of coffee.
Of coffee.
Yeah, we're out of coffee. Not no word.
We're out of-
No word. Because you're speaking in general. We're
Oh
out of
yeah.
coffee.
I didn't read all the sentence. Now I understand.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, okay, can you read the sentence again, please? We're out of coffee.
Hmm. We're out of we're out of coffee. So could you get some from the supermarket?
Very good, excellent. Thank you, Mickey. Number four.
Mm, the prize is a unique opportunity to travel the world.
Very good, excellent.
It could be also the.
The unique opportunity to travel the world. The prize. is, well, the opportunity is not so clear. If it was like is the opportunity to, if it was more specific, would be the, but it's not so specific yet, Mitch. So I would say, like, translate it to Spanish. El premio es una única oportunidad para viajar por el mundo, o es la única oportunidad, the unique opportunity to travel the world. Well, if it's the only opportunity, there needs to be more context, right? If there is no other option, then it's the unique opportunity or the only opportunity.
Mhm.
But yeah, the context does not allow, does not suggest that. So let's use a. And then number five, please.
It looks like the glass in your bedroom window is cracked.
Exactly. You're referring to a specific glass, the glass in the bedroom.
Mhm.
Number six, please, Mitch.
Um, it's um, uh-huh.
It's an honor
It's an honor to be here this evening to speak to you.
this evening to speak to you. Very good. All right. Number seven, please.
There's a good chance we'll be late for the meeting.
Excellent. There's a good chance late for the meeting. Good job. All right. Then let's do letter number eight, please.
Reports are coming in of a major. What means major in Arkansas?
Major. No, no, no. The major oil spill is a big oil spill, a significant oil spill,
And a senior?
and a what?
Senior.
Senior. Where is that?
I don't know.
Senior. Okay, senior means an older person, seniority, or a person that has been seniority, that has been in a job for a long time. Or when you say senior, you have junior and senior, junior and senior. For example, we have two Miguel Angels, right? Miguel Junior and Miguel Senior. Senior is your dad, and Junior is your brother. So Miguel Junior is your brother, and Miguel Senior is your dad. And when you use seniority, then you refer to it's like an honorary degree for a person that has been in a company for a long time. Who has more seniority? Well, Mr. Wells, because he has been in the company for 20 years. I don't have seniority because I just started working for the company last week. So,
Mm.
Oh,
seniority, yes.
Okay,
mm,
okay.
All right.
mm,
Yeah, no problems.
then could be major in the
The Mediterranean. Perfect. The Mediterranean. All right. Number nine.
I went to see a doctor because I'm finding it difficult to sleep. No word?
Exactly. At night. Very good. And then number 10.
um. Do you think that they'll ever send a man mission to Venus?
No word, right? To
Mhm.
Venus.
Mhm.
Perfect. Excellent. Good job, guys. Well, it's getting easier little by little, which is very fortunate. Okay, guys. Well, now let's do one more exercise and then we change the topic. Circle the extra word in each line. There is a word that is extra here and should not be in the lines in the text. Let's copy it and paste it here. Okay. So let's read the instructions, please, and then do the first line. Who wants to do that?
Circle
Mitch,
the extra
oh,
circle the extra word in each line. Begging in the news. 1. The many people who appear in the news for the first time. Uh, who?
to appear. That's correct. It refers
The first the.
the. Yeah, I believe the first the shouldn't be there. Many people who appear in the news for the first time find that a sudden fame has a negative effect on their lives. Okay.
Find, find that.
A.
A. The first A.
The
Find that
first A.
the first day. Yes, exactly, exactly. Find
For
that
example.
sudden fame has a negative effect on their lives. Very good. Number
Mhm.
three
A national praise can be an unforgiving, and the loss of national praise can be.
Uh, the second the.
can be the loss of the lot. No, this is right.
No, 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 no,
No,
no. Sorry.
this is right.
No, I mean an.
And exactly, the national press can be unforgiving. Yes, the national press can be unforgiving, and the loss of, and then what?
And the loss of the privacy that comes with fame is an extra problem at a.
At a difficult time. At a difficult time is that is okay. But then, if that is okay, which word is extra then?
The loss of.
You like the loss of the privacy, or should it be the loss of
The loss of
privacy?
privacy.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
much better, right? The loss of privacy. So I'm gonna take this here. I'm sorry.
There's another one. Yeah.
The loss of privacy
Privacy.
that comes with fame is an extra problem at a difficult time.
Hmm.
This is
This
especially
is.
the case, yes, when a someone, that sounds horrible, when a someone,
A.
exactly, when someone is whatever, right? Very
Yeah.
good. So when someone, not as someone is redundant, is in the news because of a tragedy or the serious crime, that is also not correct. That is also not correct. So uh,
The second the.
the second mm,
Of a tragedy.
someone is in the news because of a tragedy or the second that, yeah, the serious crime, no, is not right. Or serious crime, perfect. Just at the moment when you are under, okay, so the next line, please. What is the next line?
Just at the moment when you are under utmost stress.
A.
Ah, exactly. That makes no sense. Very good, Mitch. Very good. When you're under most stress, that's excellent.
You find microphones and the cameras in your face. The media have well. You find
Yeah.
microphones
The
Yes,
first the.
yes,
and
exactly.
the cameras. Yes.
And cameras in your face, exactly.
The media have a responsibility to inform the public, but an innocent people are often hurt by the demand for the scandal.
Right. So,
Um. An.
and exactly, because people is plural, so an innocent people is incorrect.
Mhm.
Often heard by the demand for.
The second the.
Exactly. Very good. Excellent. Great job, guys. I'd like to ask a favor of you guys, please. Can you record the whole paragraph slowly, please, but with no interruption? For example, fluently. You would say something like, many people who appear in the news for the first time find that sudden fame has a negative effect in their lives. And then
Okay,
continue at a medium velocity, not very fast, but trying not to interrupt it, to do it continuously. Obviously, if there is a period or a comma, you make the corresponding pause.
okay,
Okay.
teacher. Yes.
And thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Down,
Very
teacher.
good, guys. Very good. Let me listen to them and I'll put them in the loudspeaker here. I don't know if you can hear. Actually, okay, very good. Excellent. Good job, Mitch. Let me listen to Mickey. Okay, really good, guys. Great job.
Thank you, teacher.
Eh, Well, let's move on a little bit. I think this is important. Okay, well, this exercise is simple, and then we change subjects because this is really important and it's not complicated. Let's do this, please. It's simple, and we do it in a couple of minutes. Who can read the instructions, please?
Me, teacher.
Okay.
Complete using the current form or the verb in brackets. The clothes you bought me for my birthday uh, were wonderful.
Where? Yeah, exactly. Why were and not was?
because it's
Because it's plural.
also scandal.
Exactly, close is plural. Very good. Where? Number two, Mitch, please.
Ya me
Hola.
dejaste. Hola, mijo. Me dejaste tu cuarto.
Sí.
Gracias.
Um.
Okay.
It turned out that the information we have received uh, were wrong.
Information is singular or plural?
It's uncountable
Uncountable, yeah, exactly. So
and plural.
it was. The information was.
Ah.
Like put it in Spanish, la información fue o era incorrecta, right? No, no eran, but la información era, right? So it was. Very good. Number three, Mickey, please.
My new jeans uh, were
My new jeans were.
in the wash, and I wanted
The
to wear
wash.
them tonight.
Okay, very good. My new jeans were. Perfect. The luggage on a plane. Let's do.
What
Estaba
means
ocupando.
luggage?
Luggage, equipaje.
Ah, sí, cierto. The luggage on a plane mm, were
Is
take.
was taking because
Was
luggage also is used as singular because it's uncountable. El equipaje estaba ocupando un montón de espacio, right? O tomando un montón de espacio. Right. So very good. Let's do number five, please. Oh, actually, wait. Sorry. Can you read the complete sentence for Mitch, please? The luggage.
the luggage on a plane was taking up a lot of room.
Very good. Thanks. Number five, Mickey, please.
Your hair looks really nice and shiny.
Looks exactly. And why do you use looks and not look?
Because
Present.
Oh,
it's
I'm sorry.
not
Looks
because it's not singular.
r-
Um,
is
it could
uncountable, right?
be is
It's
it
uncountable.
present,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, in present. In present. So, okay.
Um, I could tell by the look on her face that the news um uh, no uh,
Weren't good.
coming.
Weren't.
Well, you can use weren't, or wasn't. If the person received one news, remember that you can say one news, or you can say two, three, many news, right?
Yeah.
Many news. So we need to agree what is more likely, what is more probable to occur. When you receive a
Mm,
news, when you receive news, do you normally receive one bad news or two or three bad news simultaneously? Well, it can be many actually. It doesn't have to be just
mhm.
one, right? But
Yeah, but
normally,
it's
what
not
is it? They
common.
gave me a bad news, right?
Hmm.
Normally, yeah.
Wasn't
So
good.
it's more probable that it was only one bad news and not many. So maybe it wasn't. It's more probable. Although weren't is also correct. Let's do number seven, please.
Oh
Oh no!
no.
Ah, sorry, it was you.
Uh, oh no, my money was in my
Was
other jacket.
excellent.
Was in
Very
my other
good.
jacket.
Good job. Okay. Well, I think we're working fast in this section. Okay. We need to find 10 mistakes in this paragraph. We need to find 10 mistakes in this paragraph, and uh,
We did it.
We did this already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I skipped the other ones. Okay, we did this. Well, that's a good thing. All right, guys. Well, that's excellent. Let me move on to one of our favorite books, which I don't know if it's our favorite book, but it's a book that I find interesting. And this is How to Win Friends and How We Influence People. This is a book that I believe you read in Spanish, Mickey,
Yes,
and we're
teacher.
just giving a second read in English here.
English.
Okay, so let's go to the book. And I believe that we haven't done this number 7. Give a dog a good name, make the fall seem easy to correct. If you are okay, there are many chapters that we have not
Mhm.
read.
Mm-hmm.
So let's choose one that we find appealing, interesting. I think we did the movies do it. Oh, I don't think we have done this, have we?
No,
Or the
No.
movies
no,
do
we
it, TV
haven't.
does it. Why don't you do it? I don't think we have done this, right?
No.
And it is dramatize. Dramatize. 181. Okay, this is very interesting. Very interesting. When you say the word dramatize, it doesn't mean that you become dramatic. It's not the idea. It means that you simulate, make a simulator of a situation that
Mm,
makes it more visible, more visual, more tangible. You're gonna see it. Let's read it, please. Who wants to begin reading the first two paragraphs from here to here?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay. Many years ago, the Philadelphia Evening Bulletin was being
Maligned, maligned.
maligned by a dangerous whispering campaign. A malicious rumor was being circulated. Advertisers were being told that the newspaper was no longer attractive to readers because it carried too much advertising and too little news. Immediate action was necessary. The gossip had to be scheduled,
Squelched,
squelched. But
vanished.
how? This is the way it was done. The bulletin clipped from its regular edition and reading matters of all kinds on one average day classified no
Classified.
classified classified it and published it as a book. The book was called One Day. It contained 307 pages. A book. The book was called no, as many as a hardcover book. Yet the bulletin has printed all this news and feature material on one day. They and sold it not for several dollars but for a few cents.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's continue, Mickey, please. The printing of that book.
the printing of that book dramatized the fact that a bulletin carried an enormous amount of interesting reading matter. It conveyed the facts more vividly, more interestingly, more impressively than pages of figures and mere talk could have done.
Okay, let's continue,
This
Mickey.
is yeah, this is the day of dramatization. Merely stating a truth isn't enough. The truth has to be made vivid, interesting, dramatic. You have to use showmanship. The movies do it, television do it, and you will have to do it if you want attention.
Okay, that is very important. And um, as it says, dramatize, make a dramatization doesn't mean that you become dramatic and that you start yelling or crying or screaming or anything. No, that is not the meaning of the word in this context. Let's see what it really means. Mitch, can you read the next two paragraphs, please? Experts and television commercials, please.
Mhm. Um, Experts in window displays know the power of dramatization. For example, the manufacturers of a new rat potion gave dealers a window display that included two live rats. The week the rats were shown, sales zoomed to 5 times their normal rate. Television commercials abound. What means abound?
Abound, abundant, abound.
Okay. With examples of the use of dramatic techniques in selling products. Sit down one evening in front of your television set and analyze what their advertisers do in each of their presentations. You will note how an antacid medicine changed the color of the acid uh, in a test tube while its competitor doesn't have. One brand of soap or detergent gets a greasy. What means greasy?
Greasy shirt with grease, with grasa, una camisa grasosa.
Oh boy. Okay. Gets a greasy shirt clean while the other brands use it great. You'll see a car maneuver. What means that?
Maneuver, maneuver, maniobra, maneuver.
Okay. Around a series of turns and curves far better than just being told about it. Happy faces will show contentment with a variety of products. All of these dramatize for the viewer the advantages offered by whatever is being sold, and they to get people to buy them.
Okay, very good. So you can let me ask you the question then. What do you understand then when we say dramatize? What comes to your mind, Mickey? What comes to your mind when we say dramatize something, dramatize your product?
Mm, could be like shows the product uh, how detailed.
Well, yeah, it shows the product in detail, but it makes it vivid. It makes it intense. Remember the tennis shoes that Michael Jordan used to advertise? That they call them Air Jordan.
Yes, sure.
Remember how they dramatized the tennis shoes? What was the commercial that they portrayed that they showed? Do you remember it? It was a classic.
I don't remember very well. Sure.
He was jumping to the basket with the ball. He
It's
was
like
jumping.
exaggerate a little bit.
Exaggerate a little bit. Exact. Exaggerate a little bit. So in this case, there was the basket here, and Michael Jordan was jumping to the corner, not to the corner, to the basket, right? He was jumping, he was coming from jumping from here to here, right? And slam dunk the ball. He made a slam dunk the ball. He made a slam dunk, right? So let me see if I can draw this. Uh, just imagine this, right? He is putting the ball, slamming the ball inside, but the idea is that he was jumping with the tennis shoes, right?
Hmm.
He was
Yeah.
jumping with the tennis shoes. Just I'll just put very quick like this, right? He was jumping just like this, and he was making a slam dunk. But the idea is that he's jumping incredibly to promote the tennis shoes,
Yeah.
right? Um, Sometimes I give my students, I put something not dramatic. I put my students a notice. I tell them, okay, solve this equation x plus 2 equals 5, right? I give them this simple equation, but then I tell them if you solve it, um, you'll be great. If not, something's going to happen to you, right? And when I show them is I show them a little shark. I show them a little shark, and I tell them that if of course it's not true, but you just put a little bit of spice, make it spicy. So I tell them, if you solve the problem perfect, if you don't solve it, well then I'm going to take you to a little room where there is a shark that is very
Mhm.
hungry. Of course, I make a cartoon, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So it makes it spicy. They laugh. They say, well, of course it's not true. It's no risk. It's no danger. But now they are under a little challenge, right? They say, well, if I don't solve it, this may happen to me, even if it's in fantasy.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's continue with the reading and get to know how they do it. Can you continue here, guys? You can dramatize your ideas.
Yes, sure. You can dramatize your ideas in business or in any other aspect of your life. It's easy. Jim Jemmons, who sailed for the NCR Company, National Cash Register, in Richmond, Virginia, told how he made a sale by dramatic demonstration. Last
Okay.
week I called. Oh, continue?
Yes, 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 please.
Last week I called on a neighborhood grocer and saw that the cash register he was using at his checkout counters were very old-fashioned. I approached the owner and told him, "You are little throwing away pennies every time a customer goes through your line." With that, I threw a handful of pennies on the floor. He quickly became more attentive. The mere words should have been of interest to him, but the sound of pennies hitting the floor really stopped him. I was able to get an order from him to replace all of his old machines.
Exactly. So the fact that you throw money to the ground, to the floor, you throw money, 10 cents, these coins of 10 cents, made dramatization, right? And he got an order. It became visual.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Let's continue reading, Mitch. Can you please? It works in home life as well.
Mhm. It works in home life as well. When the old-time lover proposed to his heart, did he just use words of love? No, he went down on his knees. That really showed he meant what he said.
Okay. Continue, please, Mitch.
We don't propose on our knees anymore, but many suitors. What means suitors, teacher?
Is the groom the fiancé of the lady?
What?
The fiancé is the boyfriend, but the day when they are engaged, when there
Okay,
is a commitment.
okay. But many suitors still set up romantic atmosphere before they pop the question. Romanticizing what you want works with children as well. Joe B. Fan Jr. of Birmingham, Alabama was having difficulty getting his 5-year-old boy and 3-year-old daughter to pick up their toys, and he invented a train. Joey Joey was the engineer, Captain Casey Jones. On his tricycle, Janet's wagon was attached in and in the evenings, she loaded all the coal. What
She
means
loaded.
coal?
She
She
loaded
loaded.
all the coal, el carbón,
Okay. All the coal on the caboose. And what means caboose? Ah, her
the,
wagon.
her wagon, exactly.
Uh-huh. And then John in Wales, her brother drove her around the room. In this way, the room was cleaned up with the lecture's arguments and threats.
Very good. So they needed to make a little train to pick up the things and clean up the room. Otherwise, it was like boring. You need to make it dramatic. You need to dramatize to make it as Mickey was saying, exaggerate a little bit, right? This is very important, very practical. Let's continue, Mickey, please. Mary Catherine Wolf.
Yes, sure. Mary Catherine Wolfe of Mishawaka, Indiana, was having some problems at work and decided that she had to discuss them with the boss. On Monday morning, she requested an appointment with him, but was told he was very busy, and she should arrange with his secretary for an appointment later in the week. The secretary indicated that his schedule was very tight, but she would try to fit her in. Miss Wolf described what happened. I did not get a reply from her all week long. Whenever I questioned her, she would give me a reason why the boss could not see me. Friday morning came and I had heard nothing definite. I really wanted to see him and discuss my problems before the weekend, so I asked myself how I could get him to see me. What I finally did was this. I wrote him a formal letter. I indicated in the letter that I fully understood how extremely busy he was all week, but it was important that I speak with him. I enclosed a form letter and a self-addressed envelope and asked him to please fill it out or ask his secretary to do it and return it to me. The form letter read as follows: Miss
Okay.
Wolf, oh sorry,
Yes, yes, yes. Continue, continue.
Miss Wolf, I will be able to see you on space at space AM PM. I will give you space minutes of my time.
Exactly. So this is a bit dramatic, right? This is a bit exaggerated. I will give you
Mhm.
maybe 5 minutes, but sometimes people just don't. They are wishy-washy. They say, "Yeah, maybe okay, come later," or some. Well, something definite, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how they reacted. Um, can you continue, Mitch, please? I put this letter.
I put this letter in basket at 11 a.m. At 2 p.m. I checked my mailbox. There was my self addresses in below. He had answered for my form letter himself and indicated he could see me that afternoon and could give me 10 minutes of this time. I met with him and we talked for over an hour and resolved my problems. If I had not dramatized to him the fact that I really want to see him, I would probably be still waiting for appointment. James B. Boynton has had to present a lengthy. What means lengthy?
Lengthy extends market report.
Okay. Lengthy market report. His firm had just finished an exhaustive study for a leading brand of cold cream. That data were needed immediately about the competition in this market. The prospective customer was one of the biggest and most formidable men in the advertising business.
Very good. Okay, let's see how the story continued. Mickey, please, can you continue?
Yes, sure. And his first approach failed almost before he began. The first time I went in, Mr. Boynton explains, I found myself sidetracked into futile discussion on the methods used in the investigation. He argued, and I argued. He told me I was wrong, and I tried to prove that I was right. I finally won my point, to my own satisfaction. But my time was up, the interview was over, and I still hadn't produced results. The second time, I didn't bother with tabulations of figures and data. I went to see this man. I dramatized my facts. As I entered his office, he was busy on the phone.
Busy,
Well,
busy. This is an exception to the you. You know, here you don't say busy, you say busy, which is exceptional pronunciation, please.
he was busy on the phone while he finished his conversation. I opened a suitcase and dumped 32 jars of cold cream on top of his desk. All products he knew, all competitors of his cream. Continue, teacher?
Let's let Mitch continue from
Okay.
here, please. Mitch, can you continue with on each jar?
Busy.
On each jar, I've had tag in uh, itemizing the result of the trial investigation, and each tag told its story bravely, dramatically. What happened? There was no longer an argument. Here was something new, something different. He picked up first one and then another of the jars and cold cream and read the information on the tag. Friendly conversation developed. He asked additional questions. He he was intensely interested. He had originally given me only 10 minutes to present my facts, but then 10 minutes pass.
Okay. Okay.
Past 20 minutes, 40 minutes. At the end of an hour, we were still talking. I was presenting the same facts this time that I have presented previously, but this time I was using dramatization, showmanship, and what a difference it made.
What a difference it made. Okay, let me go back to some of the words that end in ed. When the word has a T or a D, you say interested, right? Interested.
Interesting.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
interested. Some others
With D, right?
with T or D. So
Mm-hmm.
interested. Let me see if I can put them here. Interested here is with extra syllable. Interested. Right? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, I'll just write it. Interested. Interested. That is one. Let me use another one. Picked up. Picked up. If he doesn't have, this is picked up. Picked up. Then dramatized. Yes, dramatized. Dumped. 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 Let's see what happened. Happened. But if he has a T, let's look for one that has a T. Entered. He's entered his office. Entered. Dumped. Dumped. He's there. Um, do you see another one?
Mm,
Argued.
Target.
Argued. Yes.
Opened.
Argued. Opened. Um,
No, es poco.
uh,
Happened.
happened. Exactly. That's another one. Very good. Happened.
Oh, it's already there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. All right. So, normally, what happened?
Produced.
Produced. Yeah, produced. Produced. Okay, let's practice these words. When they have a T, like in this case, you add up an additional syllable. Interested. Let's listen and repeat, please. Interested.
Interested.
Interested,
Picked up.
picked up,
Picked up.
Dramatized.
dramatized,
Dramatized.
Dumped.
Dumped.
Happened.
happened,
Happened.
Entered.
entered,
Entered.
Argued.
Argued.
argued,
Opened.
oh,
Opened.
Produced.
Produced.
Okay, very good. So, all right, that is exactly right. Well, now let's go back to the topic. Let's go back to the topic. You dramatize. We dramatize our ideas. What do you think of this concept? And do you see yourselves dramatizing any ideas? For example, you want to go to the movies and you want to ask for permission, right? How do you tell your parents, hey, dad, there is a good movie? Or you go, hey, daddy, there is a fantastic movie because there is this idea, and this idea is about business, or is about design, or is about this, and whatever. How do you normally do it to, well, maybe you just do it, hey, dad, I want to go to the movies, and that's it. But which do you
Yeah.
think is more probable to get the desired result? Do you sometimes dramatize your idea?
Yes. Uh, well, now And actually, in this moment, I don't do a lot, but when I was on high school, uh, for a permission, I dramatized a lot.
Okay. Did you picture the event or the movie or the party as something phenomenal? There's going to be lots of fantastic people, my favorite friend, there's going to be this great person, etc. I'm sure that you exaggerated a little or not.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. That's great actually. That's great salesmanship. How about you, Mitch? Did you or do you ever use dramatization to get something?
Mitch,
I don't know if Mitch is maybe she got busy a little bit. Well, maybe she got busy. So is a why do you think it's a better idea to dramatize your ideas, to use examples, maybe a little bit exaggerated? To why do you think this is so important, Mickey?
mm, because in occasions probably the people don't give you the like the importance of the things that you're saying, and when you dramatize a little bit, probably the people gonna give you more attention because you're exaggerating a little bit, and maybe they could think that is more important. That is, yeah, more important.
Exactly. Well, you not only you exemplify, right? You exemplify your ideas. So you
Hmm.
exemplify your ideas, right? You give examples, preferably vivid examples, right?
Yeah.
You make a vivid example, and then it's more convincing.
Hmm.
Exemplify your ideas to be more convincing. Okay, that is crucial. That is crucial. Let me see if Mitch is. Well, I don't think she's back yet. Well, this is very important. How would you let me
Yes, sure.
Okay, is my and give me just a second. Just a second, Mickey, please.
Yes, sure. Don't worry.
Bueno, s- sorry, Mickey, I'm
Don't worry.
back.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we were talking about dramatizing the ideas, and we believe that this is convenient because we become more convincing, right?
Hmm.
If you are in the publicity, if you advertise different products, different ideas, different services, how would you dramatize? And I mean by dramatizing, showing examples, exaggerating the properties or the power of anything. How would you dramatize your services, for example, or any service? Think of something that you would like to show, and then how would you make the dramatization, Mickey?
Yeah. Well, for example, the medicines, the advertisings of medicines in TV, always they only took a pill, or they drink a little bit of the medicine, and it looks like trick and magic, but they feel amazing in 2 seconds later.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, that's a
So
great example. That's a
it's
great
a good
example.
example. Hmm.
Yeah, I take a look at the commercials done by Coca-Cola,
Mhm.
and you just drink a Coke, and it looks like all the problems disappear. That you
Yeah.
become a very happy man, confident that you have lots of friends right and left, that life is just as happy as it can be just because you drink a Coke.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, I believe they are great, publishers and advertisers. I believe they are just great in the work they do, which is
Yeah.
advertise a product that is very dangerous for your health, but they make um, record sales just because of the way they promote it, right? So that is
Well, they're the best, really.
no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, they're just amazing in the way they promote their products. So, how could we dramatize other products, other ideas? For example, I think you provide, what is this service that you provide promoting famous artists and people, Mickey? How do you call this work?
Well, it's called like playlisters. That are people that create different playlists of different genres.
All
And
right.
yeah, but if we need to dramatize it, probably if you're part of the playlist, your stream is gonna increase 100%, something something like that.
Right. Probably you could probably make a, let's say a short video of the
Yeah.
people who have contracted with you or hired your
Mm-hmm.
services as receiving lots of requests for autographs. Hey, give me an autograph. Hey, what, hey, etc., etc.
Yeah.
While another one probably more singing more beautifully or being better looking or having probably more natural talent that has not hired your services is like alone over there at distance, right in the horizon, lost, and probably very
Yeah.
sad because nobody's looking or listening to his videos, right? That would
Yeah.
be a way like to make it more dramatic, dramatize it, not dramatic,
Mhm.
dramatize, right? You
Dramatized.
dramatize. So okay, very very good. Oh, here's me. So, Mitch, what do you think about this? We were talking about ways to dramatize our business, our ideas, our projects, our mm,
I heard everything.
goals. Yes. How would you do it with something that you do? How would you dramatize something that you want to promote, to sell, that you want to convince people of anything? How would you do it?
Mm, Maybe if I promoting an beauty product, um, saying exaggerating a little their advantage of that product. For example, with my mom, I sell an little cream for the face, and maybe I can say that that cream gonna leave your skin like I don't know, uh, baby skin or pretty soft. I don't know. Yeah, well, it's a their characteristics for something for attract people, and also can give discounts for time limited. And well, I think that's the point of my
Yeah, but
speech.
you want to make it vivid, right? So probably if there are creams that your people sell, your mom sells, you could also put the little face of a baby or exaggerate the quality of the skin. That can also be an idea, but make it visual, right? Mostly, if you make things visual, turns out to be more convincing than if you just put text. That's why they say that PowerPoint presentations should be visual with no much text, actually very little text, and mostly pictures, images, tables, graphs, because that is a way to dramatize your idea, right? If you say uh, the tax, the tax collection has gone down from one from 90% to 30%. Well, the tax collection is a terrible news, right? This is very bad because you are not collecting taxes. But then if you show a chart, it turns out to be more convincing. You make a graph and you say, well, this is the result of our tax collection. It has plummeted, gone from 90 to 30%. This is much more dramatic, right? You say you if you show a graph like this, it says 90% has gone down from 90 to 30%. To 30%. People will notice
Yeah.
the drastic problem in collecting taxes in the city. So if they want to convince people to pay taxes, they would say, well, tax collection has gone down from 90% to 30% only, and they would make a graph or they would show empty empty rooms in the government, right? Or the banks being with no job or something. There are many ways to dramatize your example that the tax collection has gone down from 90 to 30%. But you want to make it vivid.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was one of the important chapters. Um, I would like to ask you for a product or idea that would be easy to dramatize and an item or an idea that would not be so easy to dramatize. What do you think is easy to dramatize, to show, to make it visual, and what would not be so easy?
Hmm. I think that
Probably.
uh,
mm,
both
Food is easy or difficult to
easy,
dramatize? Easy to
easy.
dramatize.
Uh, Also, clothes,
Oh, what else? Excuse me.
clothes,
Clothes. Clothes. Are clothes easy to dramatize?
easy.
Easy. Okay. Very good.
Also, mobiles.
Mobile phones. Okay.
video games.
Video games.
Well, I think video games is kinda difficult to dramatize
No.
because yeah, the people just have the trailer of the video game, but they don't know anything else of the video game. Instead of food and clothes, they know how if the brand is and how to wear it, how to use it.
How to use them, right?
Mhm. Instead of video games, the people how don't know about the juga. I don't know how to say jugabilidad.
Playability.
Playability.
Uh,
Uh,
well, I don't know, teacher, if you remember or if you see like the trailers of Atari or the first Nintendo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they dramatized them and a lot.
Remember how they did it? How they promoted these products?
I don't remember uh, all the idea, but yes, a little bit.
Okay.
mm, well,
Yes, 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 Mitch.
but let's see the statistics of where how many people play video games or how the announcers can attract new people to the world of video games. That's why I think it's difficult to dramatize because it's just for a little part of the population.
Hmm.
Well, just imagine. Let me show you a funny. I was just thinking of an idea. Let me show you this.
Hmm.
Okay, let me show you this. Imagine a grandma, which is odd, right? But let's say that you put a grandma playing video games in a computer. Let me put a computer, whatever. Computer, computer cartoon. And then okay, here. Oh, let's put this here. So the grandmother is playing in the computers and she's beating a kid. she's beating a kid, let's say 10 to 1, right? A kid. I'm going to put a child cartoon. Any child can be this kid, right? He likes to play video games, and the score is 10 to 1. What would that tell you? Score, right? Let's put score, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Score. And then grandma is 10 and the kid is 1 or 2. It sounds weird, right? You say, how can this happen if kids are very fast, very sharp, and the grandmas are normally slow, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you make a weird example, a bizarre example. How can this be? The grandma is beating the kid in a video game, so you become curious. Well, what can it be, right? And then you just promote whatever you want to promote. But you start with a weird, bizarre, or odd idea, rare idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's also a way to attract people. It doesn't have to be logic. Actually, sometimes it's easier to attract people by showing something odd, something bizarre or unusual, than showing something which is common or routine.
Yeah.
So if you see this idea, you would say, well, what is the game about? How can the grandma beat a kid? And then become curious, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is just an idea. Of course, there are thousands of ideas of making something attractive, right? With
Yeah.
professional people, of course. But this is an interesting topic, in particular for people who like to publicize and advertise their products or services, which I think
Yeah.
everyone wants to do that, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Why don't we choose? Unfortunately, I have another class in a little bit, so
Yes,
I
sure.
would I would need to finish here. But why don't we choose one of these chapters? And if you, I know that it's only one day. If you have time, we do it for tomorrow. If not, we do it for next week. If you have time, but check one of the chapters of this book and see if you want to present any of them.
Okay,
So I
sure.
think
Yes,
I
perfect.
think you have the book, right?
Yes, we have the book in the
Okay.
WhatsApp group.
So maybe you read one chapter and give a short presentation or summary of the chapter tomorrow, and we talk about it.
Perfect, teacher. Yes.
Yes. Do you like the idea,
Mm-hmm.
Mitch?
Okay, I'll try.
All right. I know that you have homeworks, you have projects, you have this and that, but if you have time, let's do it. All right.
Yes, we can organize us.
Very good.
Organize
Okay,
our
guys. Well,
times.
thank you very much. Then take care and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is at what, 2 o'clock or
To 2:30.
2:30?
Yes, teacher.
2:30, right? Okay. Well, see you
2:30.
guys. Take care. See you tomorrow,
Thank you, teacher.
2:30, and good
Thank you. Take care.
talking to you. Goodbye.
See
Bye
you
Have a
bye.
tomorrow,
great
teacher.
day,
Thank you.
teacher. See
You
ya.
too, guys. Take care. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.